Oh yeah, the humans. I remember this from like 30 years ago. Wow, it looks the same. Like, exactly the same. Like, they kept all the load times and everything.
What the heck?
Hold on there, folks. Planting season's right around the corner, here on the bean farm. And this is our review of
QUByte Classics, The Humans by Piko.
I'd like to thank the publisher for providing me a review copy of the game prior to its release.
It was developed by Piko Interactive. It was published by
QUByte.
The game was re-released on February 3rd on the Xbox console for the price of $7.99. Alright, this is it! QUByte Classics, The Humans by Piko. Who comes up with these naming conventions? I mean, could they have made it any more robotic and categorized?
QUByte Classics, The Humans by Piko.
I don't know. The naming of this title reminds me of the way games were presented back in the early 90s. Unlike some Commodore, Apple IIG, or if you were lucky enough, a Windows 3.1 system running on like a 386 chipset? I imagine I just segmented my audience into a few who are now shaking their heads in agreement because they lived through the Intellivision years, or those who think NES was actually the first home gaming machine. Which, hey, I may be onto something here. The early 90s found huge success with the game Lemmings, and a plethora of spin-offs and copycats, which, honestly, I believe imitation is the highest form of flattery. Ain't that right, Fire? The Humans is a puzzle platform game developed by Imagitech Design, which was developed in Dewsbury, England for the Amiga home computer back in May 1992. Whoa. 1992! Although I said home computer, I believe these machines were rarely used for anything more than gaming back then. This little gem found so much success that it was later ported to other home computers and consoles. And although in basic formatting, the game may share similarities with Lemmings, it created depth that was unseen at the time. It was one of the first games at the time to present cooperation within the characters to achieve the objectives that made sure your tribe will be alive at the end of the day. Organization is key, so forecasting and pre-planning your time is highly important to achieve success. You, the player, control a group of humans and may switch between the human at any time in order to complete the level. It's often necessary to use tools or abilities, such as stacking, to reach high ledges. For example, the spear, the tool obtained in the first level of the game, may be thrown across gaps to other humans, used to jump, kill, or ultimately be thrown to kill dinosaurs or their enemies. Or hang on to the spear and brandish it to hold off dinosaurs temporarily. This remaster of the classic title brings all 3 Humans games to choose from, options to change the filters and modify the look of the game to bring the classic retro feel, or bring it forward to have more of a modern feel.
Oh, this feels so modern now.
And let's not forget the save and load options for those of you not wanting to be bothered with playing back through the entire level again every time you make a bad placement. The 22 achievements are not difficult. The whole thing will just test your patience and is very tiring if you do not enjoy the game. There's tons of puzzles to be had here for those enjoying the classic gameplay, but I wasn't able to play all the way through at the time of this review. If it looks or sounds like your jam and you enjoy old school challenges, this seems like a no-brainer. Go ahead and jump in. But for the rest of us here on the farm, it was hard to keep my attention while running this on a modern console. The characters all move so slow, and the game retains this archaic control scheme. giving a bit too much clarity to my rose-colored memories of my childhood. I'll give a nod to the trip down memory road and tip my hat to you, old friend. But it's time to take the humans out to pasture. With 2 beans out of 5.
Yeah, well, that wraps up that review right there. Here's some notes I took. Where I put the keys to the track. So, you know, we make these new review videos every week. So, if you're an indie developer or there's something you want to see,
How about no?
or call a pootie, let us know your thoughts and recommendations in the comments down below. Be sure to visit again next week.
As we continue to take humorous stabs at some of the industry's new and upcoming titles.
Stay safe out there. We'll see you next time on the farm.